This is my phase three. Now, when I say a phase three, it means there is two types of lives that I have already lived. If you don't know, I was an ex-athlete. Back in India, I was an all Indian national champion. And because of an injury, I had to quit athletics. I was a 110-meter hurdler. And then I had to quit that. Then I got into the marketing space. For the last 6 years, I've been doing a freelance contractor, consultant, working as a marketer. And now this is a phase three where I'm trying to build my own agency. And there are three key things that I'm planning to do in year 2025 to actually win in my life. And here are the three things. First is killing distractions. Distractions has been the core element in my life that has stopped me from achieving the dream. Now, it might sound as cliche as possible, but it does affect you unconsciously and you're not aware about that. Now, the reason why I say this is because on the New Year's Eve, on 31st of December 2024, when I was reflecting upon how much time that I've spent on Instagram, on an average, on a day, on an average, I was spending at least 7 hours on Instagram. 7 hours. Think about that. I'm awake for 18 hours, and 18 hours, 7 hours, I'm on Instagram. I'm working, but I'm still scrolling. Walking, I'm still scrolling. I'm going out for a walk, I'm still scrolling. I'm talking to someone, I'm still scrolling. So it was kind of a neurotic behavior of mine where I was so indulged into Instagram and the algorithm and consuming reels that I was spending 7 hours consuming Instagram just then. And when I reflected on the eve New Year's Eve about it, I realized that I spent so much of time just spending time on Instagram reels that could have been invested into learning a new skill, learning about business building, learning about updating my current skills as a strategist, and so much more. Like I could have literally learned so much more and invested so much time in my personal brand. I would have built myself as a creator, or you should have started this particular channel way before. But I choose not to. And it was an unconscious decision. The reason why I say this is because when you not take an active decision in your life, you are letting the circumstances take your decision for you. And that's what happened. I was not actively choosing to come sit in this particular desk, record a video. And what was happening is when I'm not actively choosing to do something like this, the unconscious mind was choosing to take a decision, which was spending time on the reels because it was giving me the dopamine hits. So it's very important for anyone listening to this is to remove all the distractions. This is not a self-help Andrew Tate kind of an uh, channel to give you motivational things. This is something which I have faced. It's my personal journey. This is me just documenting and sharing the things that I've learned. This is no me teaching you. I'm not being a guru or something like that. This is me telling you what spoiled me. This is me telling you what stopped me from achieving the things that I wanted to achieve. It's Instagram Reels, like literally Instagram Reels. No other distractions, no girls, no partying, nothing else. Instagram Reels spent like the Instagram Reel. I spent the most time like on an individual thing was Instagram Reels. So more than the people talking and conversations and everything else I spend on Instagram Reel. Think about that, how terrible of a person I have become in those months. Now I'm a much more like my Instagram reels, Instagram consumption has gone from 8 hours to like 30, 35 minutes, 45 minutes or an hour. I haven't removed completely. I'm still in the process, but from 8 hours, it has gone back to 1 hour. That's a huge improvement. Big win. I think is a big win. So it's very important to understand that. Now, the second thing that I've understood is focus work. Undivided attention towards a particular goal gives you the massive return on a less time spent. That's what I've realized. In the last 20, 25 days, so half of December and a few days, 10 days, 9 days in the month of January, I have tried to remove my phone from this particular room to some other room and tried to walk as much as I can without getting distracted. Now, for the first few days, it was really, really tough for me, but slowly and steadily, I started to optimize my brain functions into understanding that, oh, I don't have the phone to pick up and start scrolling, pick up a phone and start scrolling. because I stopped the Instagram distraction part. Sorry, that helped me to actually work on the stuff. That helped me to actually focus and get the things running. And in those time, I started learning email marketing. I had no idea about how email marketing was working, but I started learning about email marketing. Sorry. And then started an email campaign reaching out to people for my business for the new agency that I'm building. And I started getting like 50% open rates, which is like the best kind of open rates people get who run like an email campaign. And it's getting like 20-30% of clicks, which is again a big number for someone who's like a naive like me, who's just starting out on email marketing. So think about that. Think about that for a second. Like if you have an undivided attention and invested focus into a particular task that you're trying to learn, 20 hours is enough to learn that particular task. 20 hours. Let me tell you that. We don't spend 20 hours on a particular skill. We leave it way before it. I spent last 20 days understanding this particular thing, and it has completely changed my life. Now I'm a big movie guy, but I haven't watched a single movie. Like I watched one movie, I guess, in the last 20 days, maybe. And I used to watch like binge watch TV series and movies and everything else because I was constantly on my phone looking to a lot of movie scenes and all those things. My Instagram feed is filled up with all those things as well. And I was like, oh, I like this particular thing. I need to watch that movie. And that particular night, I'm just binge watching it. I'm binge watching TV series because I just saw a particular reel which fascinated me for that particular whole series. So now I'm binge watching and wasting my time on it. So just removing Instagram helped me to remove not just the distraction part, but also helped me to have much more productive output of work and get the return investment on the time spent. Better return. So I think having to do to focus work is very important. You can actually achieve things in a much lesser time that you would have ever imagined. I thought that learning email marketing would take me 3 months. I cracked it in 20 days. Think about that. How strange, right? Like 20 days, just 20 days? 50% open rates, 30% click rates, just 20 days. So you can literally achieve anything, if you have undivided focus towards a task. That happens when you don't have this with you. This mobile phone distractions is big, like at least for me. And I think like I should have done it way before, but you know, you learn things the hard way. And people learn things the hard way, and it's like applicable. Like even though you know that, even though people from the olden age have told you that these are the things you need to be away from, you need to do this, you need to do that, what our parents told us, and everything else. But same time we will be like, oh, I'm different. No, I'm different. I can manage. I can do it. Think what you cannot. Because if you could, where's the proof? Where's the money in the bank? See, if you think you are that smart, prove it. Don't just say that you are smart. I always thought I'm smart. Oh, I'm different. I'm built on a different cloth. Mamba mentality, Kobe Bryant fan. That's always good. But if you are one of those, if you are cut from a different cloth, if you have that same kind of Mamba mentality, why isn't $1 million in your bank account? Where is that $1 million in your bank account? I cannot see that. And at this particular time, you don't even know how you're going to pay the rent after like 3-4 months from now because you're already burning the saving. So it's very important to understand that sometimes you are not the person that you think you are. And sometimes you need to do the work. And the work happens when you have undivided focus. And the undivided focus comes when you build that environment. And that third point is you need to build the environment for it. So you need to remove the distractions, keeping the phone on a different side of the sector, like a room or something. Then having an undivided focus so that you remove everything distractions from yourself and having that kind of environment. Now, I was working in my bedroom all the time, and because of that, I used to be like, oh, it's a cold weather. Let's go back to the blanket. I'll just go get inside my comfortable in my bed, take the blanket on, and then start working on my laptop. And after a point, I'll just sleep down, and just start to ramble around and get inside the blanket. Like, I'll just walk after some time, and then I just take a nap, and then I wake up and then start using phone and forgot about that I need to do the work that I'm missing out. So it's very important to understand that to achieve those things, undivided focus and less distractions, you need to create an environment for that. And since then, I've started working this particular room. It's kind of in a hall. You can see the sofa set behind. And my generally my phone is in that particular room, but it is right now here because I'm recording. So I just wanted to have all the notes in front of me. I don't have notes. It's just ideas that I wanted to record for the video. So for this particular day, this was the ideas. And so it's very important to understand that creating that environment helps you to achieve the kind of results that you're looking for, which is undivided attention and focused work. So every three is interlinked. And if you can do these three things, remove distractions, have undivided focus, and create an environment for working, like having a good table, good chair, good environment, no distractions. I have a wall in front of me behind this camera. So I have nothing else to look outside the window. So there's no distraction there. So it's very important to have that environment into the place to achieve the kind of result that you're looking for. Three things: remove distractions, create undivided attention, build that environment. And all threes are interlinked to each other. If you can do that, you can win in life. And that's how I'm planning to win in life. I haven't achieved anything big, but that's the plan and that's what I'm working on. And that has been for the last 20 something days. If you can do that, well and good. Happy for you, bro. Let's achieve it together. Shall we? See you on the next video.